Hello lovely people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mavis Owusua, and as you could read, today I'm here to talk about how to beam yourself up at a crossroad and what I mean by that. So if you don't know my story, and to get it all very clear where I'm coming from and where I'm going, please go and watch all my other videos, subscribe, share, and leave your comments. And so today, let's move on. How do we beam ourselves up? What do you mean by that? When I say beam yourself up, I mean go inwardly, mentally, and beam yourself up. That's something you have to do with yourself. Let me tell you a story about a time I found myself at a crossroad. I took 4 members of my family for a walk. My nephew in a stroller, my son, 3 years, my mom, and my dad. My dad has lost his orientation, meaning he doesn't know where he is at the moment. And my mom had stroke and schizophrenic, so she also is mentally not available actually. So she needs help when it comes to giving directions and all those stuff. So I have hooked my mom under my arm. My dad I've got on a stroller, one with me, and with my one hand I'm pushing. My son is a free spirit, so he's just jumping around until we almost came to a playing ground where he told me, "Mommy, I would like to go and play," and I told him he could. So within seconds I just found myself wanting. Why? Because I sensed a danger. My son's foot is on a rock, and with his next step he was definitely going to fall off. I am very fast, I can run, but I wanted to secure the situation first. The moment I stopped to watch my child, my dad turned the opposite direction and a car was coming. At the same time, when I was in shock and tried to turn over to secure my mom to be able to, I saw her almost gone. So I'm truly at a crossroad. I have seconds to decide, and this is what I did. I beamed myself up. I beamed myself up. I got an overview of the situation. I let my son fall. My mom go, secured the stroller on the safer side of the road, and if Houston Bolt can run that day, not against me, I got my dad. Why am I saying this? In dangerous situations, we tend to freeze. When we see danger coming, some people tend to freeze. Even if you freeze, please beam yourself up. Get an overview. Because I beamed myself up, I could calculate, I could see the direction of my son. He was going to get hurt. He was going to cry. maybe I will have to take him to the hospital, but that would be nothing compared to being knocked down by a car, at the same time having a mentally disease. So the decision was then very easy to make, even if it was emotionally devastating, which crossroads really are. And I find myself daily having to decide at a crossroad, and this is how I go about with it. I beam myself up. I beam myself up to make decisions. Please beam yourself up. When I say I beam myself up, I'm not a magician, neither am I a witch. I can't do anything like raising myself, but when I say I do that, I go mentally, like I go into me inwardly and then beam myself higher about the situation. And this happens. I do mathematics, I do physics, chemistry, and all the subjects that you tend to learn in school, plus life experience. So today, I just want to tell you, if you find yourself at a crossroad, having to decide very quick, beam yourself up. Just do it. Beam yourself up. You will see the situation very clearly. You will see to some extent that you wouldn't have been able to see when you were standing on the ground. And this is something that happens mentally. You should be prepared before such a situation happens. And if not, then today I'm telling you to learn that. Try to give yourself an overview. Is it like about your education? Is it about your marriage? Is it about your friends? Just beam yourself up. Know where things are going, in which direction, how far are they going. If you're higher than those things, you can see clearly what happens next, and then you wouldn't find yourself wanting at the spot because you would know which one is faster. When I say crossroad, mostly it sounds so big and it sounds so confusing, but being at a crossroad can be you between deciding who to feed first. Your sick father, your sick mom, or the baby? Or do you feed yourself first? Or do you feed your 2-year-old, 4-year-old, your 5-year-old, your teenager? Yes, those are the things that I find myself wanting in or having to decide within minutes. I'm not talking about hours, but sometimes seconds. So how do I go about with that? Precise and mostly at the sport, very decisive. So this is how I go about with it. When I am to decide about something, I beam myself up. Because I don't decide just for a person, but I'm deciding for 9 in number, what I do is this. I raise myself high above the situation, get an overview of it. So imagine I have 4 different roads and I'm higher. Automatically, I get a broader overview and I can decide. So today, that's my message for you. Whether it's you deciding what course to take, what to study, where to go, which guy to marry, whether to have a kid or two, to quit your job or not, whether even to step into the career, I'm just telling you to beam yourself higher, get yourself a clearer overview, and things will get better. So I am a master of beaming myself up, because most often I find myself at crossroads. I could talk for years, because my whole last 5 years has been crossroads, full of crossroads, and on daily basis, if not hourly basis. So for you to know how I have managed and still do in this situation, is I have been beaming myself higher to get myself an overview. Here on my channel, I tell my story, which is still going on, and then try to get something out for you to learn. Join us, subscribe, share, enjoy your day, and don't forget to like. See you next time.